We were halfway through dessert. My son had just poured coffee. His wife smiled, too wide, too forced. I saw her hand tremble as she reached for the sugar. That's when my phone buzzed, an unknown number. No punctuation, just a sentence. Get up and go, now. Don't say anything to your son. My blood chilled. I looked up. My son was laughing. She was watching me. I stood. Bathroom, I said, calmly. I left my bag, my coat, my coffee still steaming, and I walked out the front door. 10 minutes later, the police knocked. They said I'd left just in time, said my presence would have complicated things. But I already knew that, because I was the one who made the call. Not to the cops, to someone else. Someone who owed me a favor for a favor. I loved my daughter-in-law once. I welcomed her like blood. When she lost her mother, I became the one she called. She cried in my arms the day my son proposed. I thought, good. He found someone warm, someone steady. I didn't know she was fire beneath a frozen smile. It started small. My son became quieter, dismissive, tense around holidays. He made excuses for missed calls, told me he was busy, but his eyes said otherwise. Then, one night, I dropped by unannounced. A bruise, dark, just below his jawline. He said it was from hockey. He hasn't played since college. I didn't push, but I saw. She got smarter after that. No more visible bruises. Just control. Isolation, gaslighting. He stopped coming around, said they were working on boundaries. Translation, she didn't want him near me. Still, I kept my voice soft. I waited. Because I knew one thing about women like her, they always go too far. The mistake came with money. They were in debt, deep. But they were hiding it well. Designer coats, luxury weekends, smiling for Instagram. What they didn't know was that the house they lived in, I still had partial ownership. My son never took my name off the deed after the down payment. That gave me access, and I found it. $42,000 drained in less than 8 months. Personal loans, gambling sites, her name, her fingerprint, her spiral. And then I found something worse. An email. From her to someone named Jay. Attached, a PDF of my financial records, bank accounts, pension info, even documents from when I'd co-signed for their car. I read it twice, and then a third time. She was planning to take a loan, in my name, forge my signature, claim elder care expenses, and leave me with the wreckage. My son had no idea. That night, I sat in my dark kitchen. Didn't cry, didn't shake, just poured a glass of wine and made a list. Step 1, hire a private investigator. Step 2, contact my lawyer. Step 3, wait. The waiting was the hardest part. Watching my son slip deeper into her orbit, smiling at family dinners with empty eyes. But I waited, because the best trap is the one they walk into themselves. The final dinner was my idea. Let's all eat together. I miss you both. She agreed quickly, too quickly. She probably thought I was softening, letting go. My lawyer already had the paperwork ready. The investigator had traced the fake accounts. The loan application submitted 2 days prior. I just needed the call, the signal. So when that text came, get up and go, now. I knew the final piece had dropped. I obeyed. And 5 minutes after I stepped outside, the cops moved in. The neighbors watched from their porches. My son opened the door, confused, sleepy, barefoot. Behind him, she stood frozen. The officers asked for her by name. Charges, identity theft, wire fraud, attempted financial exploitation of a senior. My name, my accounts, my trap. She looked at my son, eyes wild, pleading. She's lying. Your mother's setting me up. He looked at the officers, then at her, then stepped aside. I met him the next day at the station. His hands were shaking. Why didn't you tell me? He asked. I looked him in the eye. Because you wouldn't have believed me, and you'd have defended her. He didn't argue. The divorce was quick, painless, legally. Emotionally, that's his story to tell. She took a plea deal, 2 years probation, restitution payments, a permanent mark on her record. She sent me letters, apologies, blame, threats disguised as tears. I burned them. Sometimes vengeance isn't about fury, it's about clarity. Knowing someone crossed a line and letting them walk straight into the consequences. She thought I was naive, old, soft. She forgot I'd raised a man and survived worse than her kind of poison. I don't regret leaving that dinner table. I regret ever sitting at it with her. But I'm glad I walked away. Because justice doesn't always scream. Sometimes it knocks, and when the door opens, it speaks your full name.